through the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk has been working very hard with various people, including Vivek. We're going to eliminate hundreds of billions of dollars of waste and fraud. And I can only tell you, I'll give you a little early report, they're finding things that you wouldn't even believe. So we're looking to save maybe $2 trillion. And it'll have no impact. Actually, it'll make life better, but it'll have no impact on people. It's not like we will never cut Social Security or things like that. It's just waste, fraud, and abuse.
We've been working, I don't know, before DOGE was DOGE. I don't know what this is, just like a promo project. We've been doing civil service reform in this state. We've been consolidating job classifications. We've been updating job descriptions in this state, and we waived those requirements. And in fact, I think it was in August, earlier August, we came up with your shop. We're going to double that next year. In fact, by 32,000, it'll be 62,000 positions. We will have eliminated those barriers and that requirement. So California's been a leader in that space.
And Gavin Newsom, I think I wanted to put this out. He talks about how he eliminated 62,000 positions. California's a leader in that space. LOL. Gavin Newsom seriously tries to say that California is a leader in government efficiency, right? What a waste of taxpayer money. Yeah. So one thing I wanted to point out with this, obviously, they're taking everyone. DOGE is the everyone wants to get at DOGE. Everyone wants to either downplay it, make fun of it, and this is where the narrative gets smacked by the reality, right? LOL. California spends $24 billion on homelessness, and they have no idea where the money went, and homelessness only got worse. This is Gavin Newsom's idea of government efficiency. I mean, look at it. Look at this is the results. Audits found that California spent $24 billion on homelessness in 5 years, didn't consistently track outcomes. This is how, end of the day, if you have a theory in reality, and reality shows you that your theory is wrong, you must accept that your theory is wrong. But if you never track the outcomes of your theory, how can you verify if it's true or not? And this is just another way that government sits here and justifies spending government money. Oh, we didn't spend enough money on the problem. We didn't spend enough money on the problem. How you know the money's going to the right place? How you know we ain't just throwing $24 billion into the fire? This is a funny thing I saw, right? Despite California spending $24 billion on it since 2019, what happened? Since 2019, California has spent about $24 billion, but in the 5-year period, homelessness increased from about 30,000 to more than $181,000. Is this the same thing with education? You spend more money in the Department of Education, and then you get worse and worse outcomes. Why? They're not tracking outcomes. They're not actually able to articulate and tell you whether the outcomes actually are benefiting the people or not. This is hilarious. It seemed like Democrats are just bad with money.
Administration is trying to sell it for 5 cents on the dollar, knowing that we're getting ready to put it up. And what they're doing is really an act. It's almost a criminal act. They know we're going to use it, and if we don't have it, we're going to have to rebuild it, and it'll cost double what it cost years ago, and that's hundreds of millions of dollars, because you're talking about a lot of wall. I built much more than I said I was going to build, but then after it was built, I said, we can do some more, because it's sort of like water, people flow through, and that will pretty much really take care of it. And what happened is they just, as you see, they're trying to sell it for 5 cents on the dollar, and that's really, that has nothing to do with a smooth transition. That has to do with people really trying to stop our nation.
Yeah, man. Democrats seem to be really bad with money, right? They spend $1.5 billion just to get swept in all swing states, right? They hold on to these things. Like, look at the waste. Trump is considering privatizing USPS due to them losing over $1 billion since 2007. $100 billion right there. And I'm a big fan of privatization, because end of the day, when you privatize something, people tend to be more efficient with their stuff than public stuff. It's I don't know what's in it in human psychology, but when it's someone else's stuff, you're more wasteful, you're more reckless with it. And if you want an example, here's an analogy. How you drive a rented car versus how you drive your car. When you drive a rented car, I don't care if the tires get worn out because I'm driving so fast in it. When it's your car, you're like, oh, I gotta take care of these tires. I gotta make sure I drive in a way where these things last long. This is the argument for privatization, because privatization forces efficiency. It really does. That's why I'm a big favor of it, because we try all the public stuff. USPS, no one wants their stuff delivered by USPS. Stuff get lost. Like, I think this is the second time my wife tried to get something through USPS and they lost it. And she's like, no, F it. Give me a refund. I don't need it anymore. It's so ridiculous. Like, end of the day, you have, like, when leftists come out here, when Democrats come out here, because it's because Trump says that we should privatize it, they automatically say, no, we don't want to privatize it. Anything Trump says, it could be 2 + 2 = 4. Democrats will come out screaming that it's not, because Trump said it. And this kind of bias towards Trump is really what's hurting the Democratic Party, because they literally built their whole platform to be just against Trump. What happened when Trump's not in the equation anymore? Y'all done. And I'm happy about this. I feel very optimistic about Trump's agenda currently, because, as I mentioned before, Mitt Romney admits that, yeah, this is Trump's party now. Even Trump said it. He said even Trump's talking about it, because the reason why many people are optimistic is because the Republicans are more in line with Trump's agenda than they were the first term. Here's take a look.
This is one of the big differences, I think, between, we were talking about it before, one of the big differences between the first term. In the first term, everybody was fighting me. In this term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something. But I had, as you know, I had Sundar from Google, but I also had Sergey. Nobody reported that. Sergey is the owner, the primary owner, along with his friend, as you know. And Sergey was here also. I can't believe you didn't pick that one up. Nobody picked that up. But I will tell you, no, it's a big difference. The big difference is that the first time everybody was fighting me on all fronts. And we had a great administration. We got the biggest tax cuts in history, rebuilt the military. Too much of it was given away to Afghanistan, stupidly given away, horribly given away.
You said in an interview a few months ago that, quote, there's a good chance that the Republican Party is going to need to be rebuilt or reoriented, and that you want to have a voice in the post-Trump Republican Party. Do you think that do you still think there's going to be a post-Trump Republican Party, or is MAGA now the Republican Party?
Oh, MAGA is the Republican Party, and Donald Trump is the Republican Party today. And if you were to ask me who the nominee will be in 2028, I think it'll be J.D. Vance, all right? He's smart, well-spoken, part of the MAGA movement.
You said something pretty harsh about him a few months ago, though. You could not have less respect for somebody than J.D. Vance.
Long ago. I'm not going to rehash history. And we've worked together in the Senate since then. But I that is what the Republican Party is. And
Yeah, so you see, even they know they don't have the party anymore, right? And I believe it has become the party of the working class. I just think it's the American party. It's the party for Americans, right? If you're an American, whether you're rich, poor, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, gay, straight, it don't matter what kind of American you are. Trump has made the Republican Party not a party only exclusively for Christians, not exclusively for what else? Religious and moral people, principled people, ethical people, whatever. The branding that Mitt Romney used to represented in the Republican Party. It's big tent conservatism. Now, when I say big tent conservatism, many people, they screech a little bit, like, we're inviting too many people in here. But the guiding ethos of the MAGA movement, and I said this before, how the MAGA movement is essentially a centrist movement, is that, the issues where we all can agree that needs to be fixed, we all can agree. Like, we focus on the things that we agree first, then we bicker about the things we can't agree. And I said that the MAGA movement is actually a center movement because of RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, right? You got these different kind of perspectives on what is the best path forward, and Trump is essentially anointing people where he believed that they can, hey, you can go to your principles, you can do the best work here. And I think many people are open to that, to the point where even CNN analysts understands that, this is Trump's party now. Folks like Romney just don't exist in the GOP electorate or in Congress anymore. There are very few folks who dislike Trump on the Republicans side who are still in the U.S. Congress. From 2016, 2017, he had 17 people. Now there's only 5. 2 in the House, 3 in the Senate. And I remember even what's his name? Mike Pence. Mike Pence was talking about, well, my campaign, we're gonna write out populism out of the Republican Party. And it seems like no, populism is the way. If you go against populism, you lose because you need the people to put you in power. And if the people are not getting outcomes across the board, if Americans are not getting outcomes across, this is why the Democrats lost, because Democrats weren't populists. They were doing things actively against the populace. You create all these jobs you brag about. A majority of those jobs went to migrants. Huh? Is this America? So non-Americans got majority of the jobs created in the economy, and you wonder why Americans think the economy is bad. Make it make sense. You increase inflation. Inflation isn't tied to government spending. Government benefits is the cost you pay. You pay that cost with inflation. So you spend, I don't know how many billions of dollars. Chicago, $1 billion, housing migrants, illegal migrants, at the expense of your people. Then you're raising property taxes have more to budget in the $1 billion that you're short on. And you see how red that Chicago became. And people are still lambasting Brandon Johnson about it. But these progressives online still open their mouth, fix their mouth, and pretend that they're speaking for the people. No, you're speaking for your own best interest. You're speaking for your tribe. And all you want is power. That's one thing I know about the left. This is why they operate in collectivism. They want everyone to walk in lockstep because they want power. They don't want to be the ones managing the masses. But if you look at the outcomes they produce, it's crap. Brandon Johnson is closer to a progressive than he is to a liberal. Look at the outcomes he's producing. And then you get these progressives online pretending that, we need to be more far left. No, you don't. You better take notes from Eric Adams here. But, it's falling on deaf ears. But I just wanted to make this video because, I'm seeing a lot of things coming out. And I just started realizing, Trump won. This is Trump's party now. And it's going to be for the foreseeable future. People are like you got 2028. JD Vance for sure is going to be the VP. Not the VP. He's going to be a strong contender for president in 2028. I don't think Nikki Haley even have a damn chance in hell. But, these people will still dream. Then you got Vivek in the back. Like, we have so much depth. I can't say that word properly today. That who the Democrats got? Gavin Newsom? You just saw Gavin Newsom. Democrats, if you're smart, you will not pick another Californian to be your Democratic nominee. I'm just saying, because the state is being run so poorly. You saw, I just gave an example. I hit him with the homeless. Oh, you want to brag about government efficiency? Look at this homelessness problem that you still have, and you spend this much amount of money on it. You literally lit $24 billion on fire, or you really enriched your friends, your nonprofit friends, with the money laundering. Anyone? This is the same accusation people are making about Brandon Johnson. This is the same accusation I make about progressives. They run on these issues. You put them in power. Then they do wasteful spending, and they still want to do wasteful spending because they can enrich the people around them, their constituency, and then they have power as well. Like, Brandon Johnson is doing this with the teachers unions right now. He comes from the teachers union. And all of a sudden, you got to make sure these teachers get paid, but they're doing a bad job with Chicago's education. Ranked one of the worst in the country. But you want to spend so much, you want to spend more money on that? When you spend more money on a product and it gives you a worse outcome, that's a signal to cut it. And this is a big problem in our government. Like I said, and many people before me said, like Thomas Sowell, you show me the incentive, I'll show you the outcome. How can you get good outcomes when you're incentivized to make bad ones? Because government is not about solutions. Government is not about finding solutions. Is about finding justification to get control of an institution. You have control of the delivery, the USPS. This is why I bring it up in this video. You have control over USPS, and you do a worse job than a privately run company called FedEx. Make it make sense. Every outcome where a corporation is doing, if you had to pick the government solution or the corporate solution, many people say, yeah, the corporate solution does it better. Amazon Prime arrived my packages a lot faster than USPS. How? We don't know. It's because Amazon knows, hey, this is our dollars. We have to use this dollars as effectively as possible. How can we get more bang for our buck while delivering the same outcome? Because corporations, they are forced because of incentives to make the most out of the dollar. More money needs to come in than more money coming out. Government, less money coming in, but we want to push more money out. Make it make sense. More money is leaving the government than is actually coming into the government. We always spend over budget. Government overspending is what's causing inflation. And Democrats are the biggest culprits of doing this. And the biggest comeback Democrats have, oh, Republicans do it too. Yeah, but Democrats do it worse. And as a problem solver, I'd rather go with the less worse solution, which is the Republicans every damn time. Because everything, oh, Republicans do it too, but you do it worse. Oh, government spends big too. Yeah, but you spend way more. It's not even close. Oh, Trump spent a lot of money. We had COVID. What was your excuse the other two times? What was Joe Biden's excuse 2021, 2022? What was his excuse? Doing student loan forgiveness, which contributed 27% to our inflation rate. Oh, you got nothing to say there. And this is my problem with Democrats. Always want to use whataboutisms, but don't want to take accountability for their fault in helping our country get to $33 trillion in debt, $35 trillion in debt. But I digress. Enough of my ranting. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say, your thoughts, your perspectives. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.